What's going on, guys? It's Skidzo back at it again with another upload in the 50-day YouTube upload challenge here on my YouTube channel. Today, on the 15 steps to self-discipline, we are going to talk about rule number 8. Rule number 8 is find yourself a role model. So, it's very important to have a role model because you need to have some type of example to set for yourself. So a lot of us, we have different role models growing up. We have our parents, maybe a male or woman figure in your life, somebody who made a positive change on their community, somebody who did something that you felt like you wanted to do. The important thing is to find out, hey, what do I want to do? What is it that I'm passionate about? What is my end goal? Do I want to make $1 million? Do I want to change a community? Do I want to play a sport? What do you want to do? Do you want to be a nurse? Do you want to be an artist? Figure it out, and then after that, find somebody who's obtained that. Find somebody that has successfully done the things that you want to do. My role model is Nipsey Hussle, and I'm not just saying that because he recently died and oh my gosh, everybody's a fan now and stuff like that. No, I've studied this guy ever since he did pass away. Unfortunately, I didn't know him before he died, but now I do. I've studied him through his music, I've studied him through his interviews, the books that he said he read, I've ordered those, just different stuff. I've looked at the things that he's done, and here are a few of the things that I took away from his life. So number one, he knew his worth. So when he released the mixtape Crenshaw, he sold a physical copy that gave access to a private concert, and he sold that for $100. And people were like, oh my gosh, you're selling a mixtape for $100? What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Well, Nipsey also made it free on streaming services, but he also knew his worth, and he was like, you know what, people are still gonna buy this $100 mixtape. And lo and behold, they did. Jay-Z bought 10 copies, people bought copies all around, and he was just making money from a mixtape, which apparently in the hip hop community is unheard of. But he did that. He took a chance on himself. He knew his worth. He was like, my music is good. People are going to buy this. In a book that he read, it was called Contagious, Why Things Catch On. I think I mentioned that a couple episodes ago. He pointed out in an interview that somebody was selling a $100 cheesesteak in Philadelphia. And I read that in the introduction of the book, and it's pretty remarkable how he made that happen. His name is Harvey Wine. He decided, I'm gonna go to Philly and I'm going to open up a steakhouse. Now, those of you who have been to Philly or know anything about Philadelphia know that that's like a steak capital of the United States. It's hard to stand out as a steakhouse in Philadelphia because every corner you go to, there's a cheesesteak place or a steakhouse somewhere. But he did things differently. He also charged $100 for his cheesesteak. And he used finest ingredients, best chefs to make his stuff, different cheese, and he was like, this is what this is worth. And Lord and behold, people were like, oh my gosh, $100 cheesesteak, this thing must be good. Let me go in here and try this thing and I'll be the judge of that. Excuse me. And they ended up loving it. And because they ended up loving it, he got more clout. Word of mouth. Things spread like diseases. Conversation, talk spreads like diseases. So more people were talking about his restaurant. And as a result, all of a sudden, David Beckham's coming in there. All of a sudden, the executive chef of the restaurant is getting invited to the David Letterman show to make a cheesesteak live on television. So that's even more clout, more free advertisement that he didn't even have to pay for. And that's how Nipsey tried to run his businesses as well. And that's how Nipsey ran his mixtape through the consumers, through music consumers. That's how he sold that $100 mixtape. By word of mouth, by taking a gamble on himself, people saying, oh man, this must be really good if he's selling it for $100. So, another thing that he did in his life that I admire is that he always gave back to his community. So that's one of the things that I decided that I've always wanted to do, is give back to my community. Nipsey Hussle did that. Nipsey Hussle made it a priority to rebuild Crenshaw and Slauson, and he was well on his way to doing that. You know, him and David Peebles opened up. They opened up Vector 90, a great tool, a great location in the community for young entrepreneurs to come in and actually work on their businesses. Now, that's a long-term impact on the community, because these people are working on their businesses in the community, which means more money is going to come in, because more valuable businesses are being put into that area. Now, it's going to be an uphill climb, especially with his death, but it's a foundation that he helped lay down, and that means so much to a community, and that means a lot to somebody like me that wants to do something like that on the East Coast. Another thing that he did, he put his family first. He put his wife and he put his kids first. They were the priority in his life. That is something that I also want to do. So he did things on a business level, he did things on a social level, and he did things on a family level and an intimate level that I like to emulate in my life. So find your purpose, find your role model. If you want to be a basketball player, LeBron James is a pretty good role model. If you want to be a tennis player, you know, Venus and Serena are pretty good role models. If you want to be an artist, Tawny Chapman is a very good role model. Look her up. Just find out what do you want to do, and then find who did it successfully. If you want to make billions of dollars, maybe you should start reading the books that Warren Buffett read and figure out the secrets that he knows. Because knowledge is power, and the whole purpose of having a role model is to learn from them and to emulate the steps that they took, not repeat the mistakes that they made, and be a better version of them. That's why role models exist, so we can keep taking things to the next level. So if you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when we go over step number 9. Oh man, you guys are gonna love this one. This one's gonna make you guys feel real comfortable. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.